Here's an updated video of my DIY rat breeding rack. It's fully enclosed. I said in the last video, I put a power vent on the top of it so that I don't have to smell them. I try to clean the cages 3 times a week so that it doesn't really stink anyway, but you know, more or less just to keep the wife happy. Happy wife, happy life. Let's open this puppy up. This thing, I've had it running for about a month now. This thing is holding strong. I've had 0 issues with it. I haven't had to modify anything, which is, in my books, always a plus. The only real change that I did was, I said in my first video that this top tub was going to be for mice. But, well, I don't like mice. The rats are so much better. So I fed off all my rats, all the mice, and I keep this top one for the older babies, which, as you can see, I have a pretty good amount of them in there. I think there's probably 14 or 15 in there. I left a little mouse feeding tray in there because these guys really still can't reach up too good to pull the food out of the top. So thought it would be a good idea to leave that in there. I still have my 2 males. I have this big ugly dude down here, missing a chunk of his tail. I got this guy for a bargain at a local pet store. And I don't know if he was cheap because he's ginormous and a little ugly, but he's a good rat. Up here I have my original male with 2 females that well, I don't know if you can really see it in the video, but they're getting fat. They're gonna pop soon, so I'll have a bunch of babies there. Yeah, they want to hide. In here I have 2 mamas that popped a couple of weeks ago. They got the little hoppers and fuzzies. I don't know what happened to this one guy's back. Looks like someone was chewing on him. I didn't think he was going to make it, but last week or so he's getting his fur. Still seems to be doing alright. And then down here I have some babies from these guys. 2 batches here were all born last night. I think there's like 25 or 26 in here. Like, holy moly. So I do get a whole bunch. I don't know if I said this in the last video too. This bottom rack, because it is kind of cold in my basement. I mean, it's not super cold. It never gets under 60, but I still feel bad for the babies because when I'm cleaning it, they're ice cold. So for the first 2 or 3 weeks after they're born, I keep them in this bottom one, which, as you can see, it has a power cord. Well, I installed a piece of heat tape on the bottom of it, and I have it set to, it comes on for a half hour, it's off for a half an hour. I have it set on the same timer as the power vent. That way I can, minimize my plugs, or timers I should say. But it works out good because by the time it really heats up, it shuts off, so it keeps the bottom tub around 70. I did keep a thermometer in there for a couple of days, but it keeps it about 70 in there with minimal fluctuations. So far that's really about it. Oh, I put this light in there too. Kind of felt bad for him, keeping him in the dark all the time. And I figured some sort of a cycle would be good for him. So I went on eBay and I think I paid like 15 bucks. I got a 6-foot piece of rope light. And it's kind of an eyesore here. I had these little sticker things that are designed for zip ties to be attached to, but they don't really stick too good on the material. So I ended up taping it there. That one right there stuck. And the one on the bottom did also. But for whatever reason, the top one refused. But, you know, it's nice to have some sort of a light in there so that they're not in, you know, constant darkness, aside from cleaning. Which, obviously, due to the amount of rats I have in here, I have to clean 3 times a week. Otherwise, it gets pretty gross. But that's about it for this. So this is running for a little more than a month, and so far everything's been going pretty smoothly. No issues yet. Hopefully it stays that way. That's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the box below, and I will reply to them as soon as I can. Alright, thanks.